Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Wade Watches. I'm Wade. Welcome to another awesome, amazing, fresh out of the movie theater review, where today I just got through with a special one because I was able to see the 50th anniversary re-release of Jaws in IMAX. And wow, what a great movie, man. What an experience. So, this is one of those movies where in my lifetime, ever since I saw it as a little kid, probably not maybe not the best age to watch a film like this, depending on who you ask. It's one of those films that as I've gotten older, I've had a lot of people try and dispel it. I've heard a lot of things. Well, sharks aren't really like that. Well, it's just an animatronic shark. It's not that scary. Oh, the shark isn't even in the movie that much, and blah blah blah. Steven Spielberg is overrated. I've heard that one a lot before. I definitely remember somebody ragging on the animatronic shark when I was in undergrad. I'm in film school now, but when I was in undergrad, I remember somebody saying, "Oh, well, the shark looks so fake," and it's like, you guys are missing the point. It's a great movie because it's just such a solid man versus nature story. And hey, believe what you want. If you think Spielberg is one of the most overrated directors to have ever lived and all his movies are hot garbage, that's your prerogative. I'm not gonna, sit on Reddit for 10 hours arguing the merits of a lot of great movies that I love, that other, people widely consider to also, be great. If you hate this movie, that's your business, man. But I absolutely love this movie. And then, like I said, that really is because it's just a solid, scary, compelling, suspenseful man versus nature story for sure. With a badass cast, we have a badass trio of heroes going up against our great white here. And like I said, I saw this movie as a kid. Little kid, scared the shit out of me then, still scares the shit out of me now at 26, especially having just seen it in IMAX. It still holds up. I don't give two shits about the fact that, yes, obviously the shark is an animatronic. It is still a suspenseful, nail-biting sea adventure that I absolutely adore and cannot get enough of. So, yeah, really, that's all I need to say right here. We can wrap this up right here. It's one, it's on a lot of greatest of all time lists, but my personal opinion, just me, myself personally, just seeing with my own two eyes and with my own formulating my own opinion, it's seriously one of the greatest movies I've ever seen in my life, and it definitely earns its place on my all-time favorite movies list. I absolutely love Jaws, and screw it, I'm kicking off I'm gonna just slap the SMS Scaring Myself Shitless Halloween title on this one. That's my annual Halloween series. For those of you who don't know, Scaring Myself Shitless, SMS for short, because firstly, it's Jaws. I don't really think of this one as a horror movie, but it's still technically, more or less a horror movie. I think of it as man versus nature first, and kind of like how people don't really care about a disaster or calamity until it literally bites them in the ass, as somebody says. So I really don't think of Jaws as a horror movie first. I think, like I said, man versus nature, but it's still a horror movie, and therefore it still counts, and I don't give a shit if it's just the last day of August. Firstly, I start celebrating Halloween on the 1st of September, and secondly, I'm going to be busy as hell in October making a film of my own for film school, so I probably won't have time to, sit down and watch those 31 Halloween movies all within the month of October. So why not get started early? So there you have it. This is going to be the first SMS video in my Halloween series. But back to the movie. I think I said all there is to say. Great, perfect, flawless man versus nature movie. It has 3 solid acts from start to finish, 3 great lead actors. Love Robert Shaw as Quint, and it's just a great film. And it's easy to see why, when this was released in 1975, people were also terrified to go in the water, and why it was the first summer blockbuster. Jaws is a perfect 10 out of 10. In IMAX, it's an 11 out of 10. I definitely recommend seeing it in this format. Just a note, it's not It hasn't been converted to be filmed in IMAX, so the whole screen doesn't fill up, but it's still worth checking out in this format. It was almost like watching a movie that came out in 2025. They did a great job with the 4K restoration. But yes, I absolutely love this movie, whether I'm watching it on the small screen, and I love it even more on one of the biggest screens out there. So again, Jaws is a perfect 10 out of 10. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. I've rewatched it several times since I was a kid. I love it each time, and I still love this movie. If you've never seen Jaws in your life, if you have the time, if you're able to do yourself a favor and try and check it out in theaters before it goes away. This has been another edition of Weight Watches. This has been the first ever video in 2025's SMS Scaring Myself Shitless Halloween edition. I don't give a shit if it's not even September yet. Technically tomorrow is September. I don't care. I'm starting Halloween early. I'm celebrating Halloween early. Like, honestly, I pretty much do every year. And I will see you lovely people next time. I absolutely love this movie, and it was perfect in IMAX. It's a perfect 10 out of 10. Namaste.